Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. The symptomatic nature of literacy reflections about partition in different parts of the globe can be seen where the centrality of the partition motif in the post colonial world is one of the major attributes. The world has witnessed several partitions like Israel Palestine, Ireland England, the partition of Germany, and of course its reunification, and partition of former Yugoslavia, partition of Korea and Vietnam, etc., throughout the 20th century. In each case, the territorial partition proposal has created severe problems for the people of either side and de-established human lives for long. The human aspect of these sufferings are noted in the literary corpus of various languages. However, each newly emerged borderland has its own special character and cultural legacies. Therefore, literary reflections are manifold. In each case, the partition proposal was imposed or overseen by a stronger polity at the expense of a weaker one, instigating a moment of nationalism which produced reconfigured or new national identities. So, to explore partisan literature, it is necessary to look through the glasses of heterogeneous identities. Living in the post colonial timeline, partisan literature not only opens up the counterfactuality of statecraft but also explores the space for the vicinity of lives in the states that fall apart. At the moment of decolonialization, the rationale behind such partition proposal has been questioned for long. A sense of critical counterfactualism may be seen in this attempt of rereading of partition literature. The premise of partition literature is developed as literary genre and accepted in 1970s. However, it started with the advent of nation state and the end of colonial enterprise. Examples can be drawn from the various parts of the globe. Palestinian writer Ghassan Kanafani's Men in the Sun 1962, Palestine Israel, Anton Samaz, Hebrew novel Arabesques 1988, Palestine Israel, A.B. Yeshua's first Hebrew novel The Lover 1977, Israeli Identity and Diaspora, Salman Rushdie's Midnight's Children 1980, Partition of India, Irish poet and novelist Seamus Deane's debut novel Reading in the Dark 1996, Ireland Partition, Korean writer Kim Won-il's novel Spirit of the Darkness 1973, Korean Partition, Park Wan-so's novel The Naked Tree 1970, Korean Partition, Israeli writer Oz Selak's Picnic Grounds, a novel in fragments 2003, Israeli diaspora, Bangladeshi writer Akhtaruzzam Ilyas' two Bengali novels, The Soldier in the Attic, Chilekhotor Sepai 1987, Pakistan Bangladesh Partition, and The Saga of Dreams, Khwaabnama 1996, Pakistan Bangladesh Partition, Yugoslavian writer Debrakaba Ujresik's novel The Museum of Unconditional Surrender 1998 and The Ministry of Pain both correspond to the partition of Yugoslavia. And finally, it is worthy to mention Gitanjali Sri's Hindi novel Reth Samadhi, Tomb of Sand 2018, Indian Partition. The English title of Who's won the International Booker Prize recently, writers who suffered have expressed ostensibly, and the genre continues with the complex trajectories of nation state. This whole gamut of partition literature emerged as a charged domain of cross argumentative socio-political contestation and cultural discourse as well. India is a thrice partitioned nation where three partitions have taken place to form three separate states. If seen in the timeline, the subsequent events of 1905, 1947, and 1971 have shaped modern South Asia with the newly configured nation state of Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India. The partition of British India, the Bengal province, and the Punjab province completed the process of decolonization of India. With this complex process of socio-political and cultural progression, it is seen that language took an important role to integrate or disintegrate the historical realities. Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi, Bengali, Sindhi are major constituents of such language driven identities, which include the miniature of nationalism to the collective mind and to which literary endeavor corresponds. Riot, loot, terror, engulfed reality, loss of lives, crisis of refuge, psychological trauma, and subsequently the inheritance of loss has shaken the entire generation of Indian writers who have experienced partition holocaust. It is now accepted fact that almost 1 million people were killed. However, scholars have claimed much more than this. 200,000 to 2,000,000, 75,000 women belonging to different communities were raped and abducted or missing. Recent scholarship has shown almost 14.5 million were displaced between India and Pakistan, East and West, Mujahir and Udbastu, whereas around 3.5 million people went missing. Migration continued in eastern part after 3 decades till 1971. It shows the enormity of perpetual devastation in the process of partition, a complex and coagulated human tragedy. Stop.